Okay. Oh, I can relax. Before, you guys didn't see this, but before the interview, he was asking me like, "Do you always have your camera at this angle?" And I'm like, "Why?" And he's like, "Oh, I see your dogs. Like, they're very cute." I'm like, "Wait, I see your dog. She's very cute." And I'm like, "Oh, thank you so much." And then like we were talking, and Vivinki comes into the camera. He's like, "Oh, another one." So it was like really, really cute. He really liked the dogs. I didn't show that part, but we were like. Hi guys! Okay, so I'm here with Mamoru Hosoda. Thank you for coming and answering questions. And I know Chad has a lot of questions for you to answer, if that's okay later. Okay. Okay, well, first, wow, I'm so nervous right now.
もうすでに始まってるんですね、これ。
始まってますね。
本当ですか。こんにちは、皆さ
So
ん、ね。
we are already on, right?
なんかリリーさんの。
Yeah, we're on.
Yeah, we are. Okay.
I had some questions about your movie Belle. I recently watched it, loved it, was very good. Okay, the first question I had was actually, do you know about VTubers?
質問なんですが、VTuber ってご存知ですか？
もちろん VTuber リリーさんやってるんですよね。なん
Of
か
course, that's what you do, right?
Sometimes, yeah.
Bong bong, boing boing. When I shake my head, my model really bong bongs. Wait, do you have a different model?
そうそう、このベルもね、まあ先日ベルは VTuber の話かもしれないですよね。やっぱもう一人の自分になるわけですからね。
So Belle can be kind of like a story of VTuber as well. So we have something in common.
Yeah. When I was watching it, I thought about VTubers a lot because it's like a virtual idol, and today virtual idols are super popular, and I think the equivalent of that would be VTuber. So I was wondering if he like thought of that while making the movie, or was it just?
So I started making kind of like internet themed films like 20 years ago with the Digimon Adventure, our war game. So you can almost say that VTubers kind of existed for as long as that. Yeah, this idea of it kind of came naturally to me.
That's really cool. I can see the inspiration from like his past works too. Like it's always like internet focused, I think.
リリーさんいつ頃からこう VTuber も含めてご自分とVTuber と両方やってるのいつからやってるんですか？
So I've been doing content creation for like 10 years. And back when I first started, I never showed my face and I would hide behind an anime character with pink hair. So I love Belle.
そうそう、やっぱりピンクの髪ってすごくあれだよね、こうデジタルのキャラクターにすると魅力的になるものね、すごいそうだね。その時のね、リリーさんのキャラも見てみたいね。
I would love to show like later.
後でお見せします。
本当ですか？じゃあ。
I think it's just it's hard to have pink hair in real life, right? So the idea of having like a beautiful idol that represents you with all the features you don't have, or with her freckles, I guess she does have, is like really appealing to a lot of girls. To shift focus for a little bit, I wanted to ask about the music, because the music in I play piano. I love the music in Belle. It is phenomenal. I wanted to know if he had any help in composing some of the songs or his input. Like, how was that?
Yeah, so we kind of, talked about what kind of music we'll be playing in the world of You, because You is such a global world, and we wanted to go somewhere beyond pop music. And I had 3 Japanese musicians and 1 Swedish musician in our music team. So we kind of worked together to create that.
It's also based on Beauty and the Beast, right? Like, what made him want to do one on Beauty and the Beast?
すごい僕ね、美女と野獣って話がすごい好きなんですよね。
I just love the story of Beauty and the Beast.
リ
Simple
リー
answer.
さんの好き？なんかすごいそういうフランスのなんかね、古典だけども。
It's a classic French fairy tale, but I really like it.
リリーさん好きですか
Do you like the story of Beauty and the Beast yourself?
I love Disney.
ね、ディズニー版も素晴らしいよね。本当僕だから1991年のディズニー版がねすごい好きで、ちょうどねあの時僕ねアニメーションの世界に入ったばっかだったんだけど、なんかその時に公開されてて、でそれ見た時にね、こんな素晴らしい映画ができるんだったらこうアニメの世界で頑張っていこうって思わせてくれたね、すごい作品だったんだよね。それで30年後に自分の美女と野獣を作ることがやっとできました。
So you watched a movie that you really liked and 30 years later made like your own. That's really cool.
So actually, this Disney animator that made the 91 Disney version of The Beauty and the Beast, his name is Glenn Kin. And I actually visited him in LA and asked him, how did you do this? How did you make this film so great? And so just looking back, it's a great thing that, you know, I kind of got something from him and I'm trying to kind of pass it on to the next generation, sort of. So it's great that way.
I bet some people would do to you what you asked him to do. Like find inspiration from your movies as well.
So I think what's great about creating content, creating anything in general, that you know you are just not working on your work by yourself. You are taking something from your people who were before you. Depending on the time and the generation, you would change stuff into something that's relevant to the state, and then you will eventually pass it on to the next generation. I think that's the beauty of it.
I agree. I think like constantly creating new things for people to enjoy and then they make new things, like it never really ends. I hope he never stops making movies.
頑張って作ります。
I'll
そう
try.
そしてまあリリーさんに声をやってもらおう。
Well, I want to have you do the voice again in the future. So.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna move. Next question. I also wanted to ask another point of topic. What's the connection between the expressions in animation and voice acting?
So the question is, who's the actors or actresses in anime? And, you know, people may think that it's the voice actors or voice actresses, but in reality, there's the voice actors and also the animator that plays a key role in creating the acting and the overall expression. Because animators spend so much time working on the plot and story and how it should be expressed on the screen. And I myself come from an animator's background. So I think that both voice actors and the animators, so the combination of the two make sort of like the actor role in animation.
Do you mind answering questions from chat, maybe? Go.
視聴者さんからの質問にちょっと答えていただいても大丈夫ですか？
そうですね。ぜひぜひ。
Sure.
Chat, if you have any questions you'd like to ask, now's the time. Do you have a favorite moment in Belle?
So I think, well, not to pinpoint a particular theme, but I'm just very happy with how the Belle's presence was so big, and people who saw the film found the character very attractive, and her expressions were great. So that's one of the aspects that I was really, really happy with.
What is his take on anime movies exploding in popularity, like outside Japan?
I think that's a great thing that's happening, and I think that means that the world we are living in is changing, because before it was probably mostly American films and contents that were available around the world, but today we have, you know, films and TVs and everything that's made in various parts of the world, and we get to see all those contents like really easily thanks to maybe streaming site like Netflix and Amazon. And so I think it's a good thing that, you know, as long as you make great content, it can become available and it reaches across different places.
Someone wanted to know what you eat for breakfast.
実はね、朝食はね、なんだろう、朝食これです。
This is
アイ
my
スコーヒ
breakfast.
ー。
Oh, that's
Iced
it.
coffee.
これだけですね。
I did love all the slice of life moments in the film, like the day-to-day. Like there were so many little moments in the 2D part of the film where it was just like tiny parts, but it was just so charming and like well done. My favorite scene is the confession.
応援してくれるってことはさ、渡辺さん、俺のことちょっとは好きってことかな。嘘だよ、嘘。冗談、冗談。
そうだね。そこをね、すごい気に入ってくれてる人がね、本当にね、世界中にたくさんいてね、本当に面白い、嬉しいよね。本当こう、すごい伝わってるなって感じがしてます。ああいうの CG だとできないんだよね。
This is just a question from me. What's your favorite anime?
Well, there are so many
Yeah.
again, but besides Beauty and the Beast, probably Miyazaki's Lupin the Third,
Oh.
The Castle
カロ
of,
ド、カロスト。
and or maybe Totoro.
ねえ、でもまあ本当なんかすごい、あれでもさっき言ってたあれじゃない、リリーさんのなんか VTuber の姿も見ることはできるんですか？
I will show you
今
right
探
now.
してます。
It was her.
本当、ピンク色の髪だね、本当にやっぱり。
Oh, it's
Ah.
really pink.
So when
すごいや
when
っ
I
ぱり。
was younger, when I was younger and I didn't want to show my face, I was very self-conscious,
うん
and people knew me through my voice, and I wanted a way for them to put a face to a voice, but I didn't want to show myself, you know? So I'm like, I'm gonna make a pretty girl. I'm gonna have her have beautiful long pink hair, blue eyes, all that stuff. But
作りました。
now that I'm getting older, I'm like, I don't want the pink hair anymore. So I changed it to this.
うん
今はこの、
なんかでもすごい、でもどっちもね、なんかね、実際、今こうやって見てる実際のリリーさんに似てますね。
They both look like you.
The pink hair is too much, it's too much. I think that's part of the reason why I like Belle too. It's like I can totally relate to not wanting to show yourself and conveying yourself through a virtual avatar. Like it's easier to communicate.
Yeah, I think avatars are interesting because people create avatars hoping that it would be something not like yourself, but ultimately it looks like you in a way. And in the case of Suzu and Belle, it's the freckles. They both have freckles. And that's something that Suzu is very conscious about and she doesn't really like. But, they both have it, even Belle has it. And so you can kind of say that, through the avatar, she kind of overcame this fear or flow of herself and kind of starts accepting herself as who she really is.
Yeah, I like that message, like accepting who you are, because it's too late for me. I already showed my face. I gotta accept who I am. I think that's time. Yeah, this
そ
was
ろそろじゃあお時間。
そうですね。
Thank you so much. This was amazing. Thank you for answering the questions, and chat really loved it.
どうもありがとう。本当見てくださった皆さんありがとう。そして
Thank
D
you
さんもありが
and
とう。あ、
thank
D
you
さんはあれなんです
really
か？
to your viewers as well.
D さんはあれなんですか？ロサンゼルスっていうか、住んでる場所はロサンゼルスなの？ニューヨークの。
Lily, are you based in LA or
Oh yeah, Los Angeles.
Los Angeles? LA にいます。
本当にじゃあ何かのきっかけでひょっとしたらね、どっかでリアルに会うかもしれませんね。
Then we may get to meet in person someday when
Oh my god!
when I go visit LA next time.
Don't get my hopes up.
うん
So I was actually supposed to be in LA at this time, but because of the Omicron surge, we canceled our trip. But yeah, definitely when we go visit LA next time, I'd love to meet with you.
My hopes are up already. He can't. It's too late.
もう取り返し聞かないですよともう私期待して待ってます。
本当に会いましょう。
Well,
どうも今日ありがとうね。ありがとうござい
no,
ます。
thank you,
Thank you
thank
so
you,
much.
thank you. This was really amazing opportunity. Thank you so much for giving it to me. I appreciate it.
見てる方もぜひどっかで会いましょう。見かけたらロサンゼルスとかね、アメリカ行きますで見かけたら声かけてください。
Yeah, so to you viewers as well, if they see him on the street of LA somewhere, please come up and talk to him.
You heard him.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Heavy sighs like clouds surround me. Why do they